Alert Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
Let's focus in on what's happening right now. More than 120 lightning strikes right now between Dandridge, Morristown, Rutledge. Maynardville's under this cluster of lightning. North Knox, Clinton to southern Campbell and that southern edge of Scott County. Again, I watched this pop up as one little tiny dot of rain on the radar, and this is what it kind of blew up into. So again, if you just woke up, it is noisy at your home. It is not severe, but it is heavy rain and frequent lightning, obviously, with 122 lightning strikes in just the past couple of seconds. Again, this is all continuing to happen and develop right now. That steamy, just soupy air is fueling even storms at this hour. But add in the heat of the day, and that'll fuel a few more intense storms. So that's when we've got that greater risk for stronger to severe weather later today. Right now you can see that clustered up, kind of zoomed back out. New couple of spots of rain developing behind this cluster of storms. It has branched across North Knox, Anderson, Union, Granger County to Claiborne and Jefferson County. Let's talk about some big differences from one side of our area to the other. 73 right now in Maryville, 72 Washburn, even in the rain, 73 Kingston, and 72 Jamestown. Just very humid and developing rain and storms at this hour, but what develops in the afternoon to evening has more of the intensity because it has more of the heat of the day to fuel it. So overall, still looking at a 40% coverage in our area in rain and storms this afternoon, and then more isolated. Slight risk means isolated severe storms are possible, or really about 20% of our area could have some damaging wind being the main threat. Some of that kind of brief flash flooding from excessive rain. We could have some small hail. That's starting around 2 o'clock. So let me show you where we have these storms again moving across this northeast corner. You can see over the next hour or so, they're going to cluster up here into that really northeast corner of our area, the edge of Sevier County into Cott County into Greene County by 7 o'clock. So that's developing, continuing to move through. Then this afternoon, now we got the heat of the day factoring into a few more developing rain and storms. Around 2 o'clock, we could have a couple strong storms flaring up around Campbell County to Union and Knox County. A few developing on the plateau, so we're still building up. 3 to 4 o'clock, now we're getting a little bit more going here. Scattered storms overall, and then isolated stronger storms possible. So now we're seeing them kind of segmented here. Southern Valley, parts of the valley, edge of the plateau, Tennessee, Kentucky line. Notice around 6 o'clock. Now we continued to build in our first alert time frame here. Scattered storms at the Tennessee, Kentucky line on the plateau, southern and central valley. So these individual storm cells will be the ones we're watching where you could have heavy rain and frequent lightning. But on the other side of the town is actually where the damaging winds are in a different cell. So that's where we're watching for those to actually ramp up and intensify. 7 o'clock, still scattered downpours and storms, still a few stronger storms. But after sunset, they'll start to lose that energy. So between 8 and 9 o'clock, they really fizzle out, and we'll get back to some isolated general thunderstorms and rain overnight. So for today, we do have that chance to really pull up again. That rain you got going through now, scattered at the Tennessee, Kentucky line. You can see these spikes up. That's where we'll be watching those storm cells again, spiking up to about a half an inch to even an inch of rainfall in very isolated spots. Otherwise, overall 40% coverage this afternoon. So spots of rain and storms this morning. Yep, absolutely. 74 at 6 a.m. to 90 at noon. You're headed at 96. Again, that heat fuels these storms from about 2 to 4, really flaring up in that first alert forecast. You can see them building up, kicking off our first alert. In the forecast where you live, that does give you a chance to still heat up just ahead of some of these storms to 95 in Athens and 96 in Knoxville, 95 in Kingston to 87 in Jamestown, closer to 89 Stearns, 91 Maynardville today. Everybody's feeling about 10 degrees warmer. Another heat advisory, especially for the Central Valley like Knox and South. 94 in Dandridge today and Pigeon Forge. Now tomorrow morning it looks like it'll be quiet, at least isolated rain and storms still through the early afternoon. We're looking for more scattered rain and storms to arrive late afternoon. So notice now it starts building up here 4 to 5 o'clock, coming off the plateau into the valley around 5 to 6. So this is where we've still got some more rain and storms trying to organize out ahead of more for Saturday. Temperatures still take off. We'll be in the mid 70s in the morning, mid 80s late morning tomorrow, still low 90s, still steamy. But then we add in more rain first thing Saturday morning. We'll start off with that 60% coverage. The on and off rain and storms throughout the day still on track. Looks to be 60% in the morning, about 40% of our area catching rain and storms still in the afternoon into the early evening hours, and then it becomes spotty. That'll help to knock back the heat. Actually share some rain a little bit better for those of you who feel like you've been missing out this week. So that's where we still have some more opportunities for rain and storms through Saturday. Then that heat gets knocked back with upper 80s. Sunday to Monday will look and feel a lot better.